Today on the Rewa Report, I want to talk about trying to build up habitat on your hunting properties, whether that be something that you're leasing, something that you may own, or even in your backyard. In the off season, I like to focus on, well, how can I make things better whether I'm hunting them or just increasing prey species to take less pressure off the spawn or the fawns that are going to be dropping this spring. My theory is the more squirrels, the more rabbits, the more mice on a property, the less pressure there's going to be on newly dropped fawns as far as predators come, like coyotes. So this is kind of a prime example. Right here I got a old sumac thicket with some thick briars. There's a open understory woodlot behind me that I believe that with TSI and just opening up the canopy and giving the understory opportunity to grow, that's definitely going to improve cottontail habitat, deer bedding, and just giving squirrels an opportunity to get away from predators, and just overall just increase that for bedding cover. Coming out here to showcase this woodlot that it's close to the neighboring properties. It's not a value of like hunting, more or less I want to make it better habitat. It's the similar age trees. It's a mix of American black cherry, choke cherry. Got some sugar maples in here. Just different stuff. Nothing's high timber value, but I want to make some holes in the canopy, encourage some of this undergrowth to establish. Might look thick on this outside here, but once we get on the inside, it's more barren. And as we're approaching this, guess what we find? The first shed of 2023. Don't recognize this one from trail cameras. It's got a little kicker off the base. Kind of dirty, might have been laying there for a little. So, now that we're coming into this, we have this little ribbon of thicket, because this is the stuff that's actually seeing sun. But once we get further in this woodlot, the canopy's closed, nothing has the opportunity to grow. So basically it's useless as far as small game cover, rabbits, bedding for deer. Sure, in the winter time or the summertime, the canopy's closed, so it's cooler in here because it's all shaded, but this could definitely improve. So to the south of us, this is overgrown field. It used to be a lot of switchgrass. Switchgrass kind of got old and faded out. Mixture of warm season grasses. Out there is a real thick briar patch that the cottontails rabbits are using, but throughout the season or when we get snow on the ground, notice that a lot of deer are coming up in here. And I was thinking with this ridge I could establish some bigger brush piles, pop some holes in the canopy, and encourage growth, because this, as you can see, there's hardly any new growth on the ground. The understory is pretty bare, and as you can see, we're right up to those neighbors' yards, fences. So this really isn't hunting accessible because you're too close as far as distance from houses, but this can definitely be improved bedding and hold more deer. some decent deer do use this, but I think it's a lot of nighttime. Because behind the camera, that's that old growth field. And then to my right, you're kind of heading towards that ridge. The higher stem counts here right now, if I could get more of this into the center, I think the deer would feel a lot more comfortable during daylight and they would use this area a lot more. But every fall around the rut or post rut, these big rubs will pop out, because I think there is does utilizing this briar thicket, but I definitely could make and create more higher value bedding up in that open woodlot. Now when you're looking for habitat for your rabbits, this nasty vine, this was actually a sumac grove that fell over. The vines kind of took it over, so you have pockets that those rabbits can get up underneath those vines. They can't get touched by hawks, owls. It's just awesome cover for them. So like what I was talking about, the rabbits having pockets to get up underneath those vines, like that is a prime example. Rabbit can bounce around in there, use it as cover, browse on briars and stuff. Just awesome stuff. Hard for predators to get at them, which is perfect. Another showcase of bucks kind of being around this general area. We're on the south side of that open woodlot right now. A couple thin diameter sumacs, but there was another probably decent sized buck working them. The winter's been weird in Michigan this year. It's early to mid-February right now. We currently don't have any snow on the ground. So the quicker the snow comes off, the quicker I'm out here trying to analyze stuff that I can do during this off-season period before green up to better utilize the habitat for the wildlife. So if you've enjoyed any of this content today, I'm going to be coming out with a lot more habitat stuff, hunting, fishing, just year-round stuff in Michigan. So if you give this channel a subscription and this video a like, I'd appreciate it. Next week I'll be doing a video on rabbit structures. It's something that I kind of developed a few years ago on my parents' property. Same thing. It's open woods, mostly red pine dominated. Few briar patches here and there. But as far as wanting to have consistent rabbits on the property, I developed these cribs or rabbit houses. I'm going to do a video on how to build them, how to structure them on a property, and then kind of see how we've developed throughout the years on it and how effective they have been. So thank you for tuning in.